say?
What? Words and things, and I'm fine.
Yeah. So to continue the conversations that we had before, yes, when I was doing Let's Plays in Czech, I was still greeting people in English. Yes. I mean, like just the hello, hello, hello part. That was all. Okay. You know,
It's like when I speak to Norwegian
Oh, yeah.
people and then I do the affirmative, yeah, yeah, yeah. And they're like, oh, you speak Norwegian? And I was like,
No.
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 No, it's like actually, first of all, because like a lot of people that of course watch YouTube and Twitch, they tend to consume a lot of, let's say, international media, which means English speaking. So that means that like most people can understand on some level, or at least like actually like people in very annoying way are replacing sometimes even like Czech words, perfectly functional Czech words, with English words instead, but they are still applying the Czech grammar on the words. So they say it like half English, half Czech, which I'm doing it as well. You know, it's like it's not like I'm innocent of this crime against language, but I still consider it annoying.
Oh god, maybe that guy from Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, had it right.
What was there?
Are we still live? I don't think the thing's going anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just checking.
we should be. We should be live.
I'm trying to check.
Your stream quality is good.
Okay.
So
This is one of the constantly concerned about whether or not we're live.
I mean, I know there's
I mean,
always sometimes a little delay
Yep.
when we check back in the videos, like
Yep.
it totally misses the hello, hello, hello.
okay.
That's the introduction.
Like that's yeah, the introduction. No, it doesn't matter. No one cares. No one cares anyway. I should probably like next time.
Minutia.
Next time I will wait for the whole. You know, like there's actually a progress bar. Like you know, it's a percentage. It says like it's streaming on Twitch, and then it goes like it takes some time before it starts streaming on YouTube, and it takes like 10 seconds, which is too long for me to be like this waiting. So I usually decide to start earlier. But yeah, let's do this again. I will start with a new one. Hello, 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 and welcome to our podcast, Pure Bad Taste. I have here, of course, Roddy and James, this time in different order. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hi, Martin.
Okay,
How
so
are you today?
I'm awesome. I'm actually planning now, like when I have this thermos here, I'm thinking about going for a swim on Saturday. So it will be like hardcore again. Because I was like,
Why do I feel like...
yes.
No, it's just, I feel like whenever you're saying about to do something like, I'm going for a swim, I feel like it's going to be some lake on top of a mountain or something.
No, it's just a river. It's just a river.
Okay.
Just
It's
a
just
reg-
because I keep thinking of the time when I'm going to go for a climb, and then you're actually like...
Yeah,
what
That
is
was
it,
Kilimanjaro.
or something like that?
Kilimanjaro.
Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah.
With the
You
bloody
do
crutches,
the
and I'm just like,
classic
you're a
Central
fucking
European
badass.
strongman look.
Sorry, Ray?
Like when you get out of the water, where you do the classic like European strongman, like rising out of the water with one hand, going up and then doing the big stretch off.
I mean, like you have
Big
to.
Putin vibes.
I mean, yeah, like it's required. Let's like because first of all, like when I'm going for a swim, like in this cold like river water, the fun thing about this is that's like it's actually shrinks your skin, so it makes like any kind of like muscles more pronounced in this way. So of course, like when you leave the water, you look like more ripped, I would say. Or,
Yes, more ripped because I know all about being ripped. Me.
yeah, I got no. Like try. Have
This
you?
shirt looks like a coil of snakes.
You actually like
like a
seem.
Barrel
You seem.
of angry beetles.
Really, you seem like a guy that would like be willing to take cold showers.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
and I do.
Yeah, that's what I would assume. So, have you tried like going for a swim to like? Have you tried ever going to the beach like in December?
I'm Scottish and I live next to the North Sea. Of course I
Yeah,
have.
exactly. So how
freezing
often
cold.
do you do that?
Well, tradition dictates you do it at Hogmanay, or when you're just near the beach and with your pals, and one of you is like, "Hey, let's see if we can get regular-sized penises to look like cashews."
That's the method. Yeah.
Isn't the North Sea pretty much cold all?
Yeah, North Sea is always cold, but like wintertime, I think it can get to like the water temperature can get to the minus level, and it's advised that you don't do that. But then people are like, "Oh no, mate, no, fuck off."
I like minus.
Usually, people that go in about that kind of temperature are the people who are that drunk on whiskey, basically. No, I'm warm. I'm totally fine. I can get in the sea, no problem. And
There's
then
that
they
one from a few years ago where like the actual wash of the ocean when it crashed up, like did freeze instantly. You ever see that?
Okay. I think I might have somewhere, but I've never seen it like in person. That's what I've never seen.
The one in Aberdeen wasn't very impressive, but like if you go to online, you look like I'm gonna mention Russia. It's like on their kind of Arctic line, the towns that are along there, the surf comes up and it just stays there because it's frozen in midair.
Dude.
Okay.
And they're
yeah.
just walking by like, this is a regular thing. We have potato now. Things are much better. This is nothing to be worried about.
But it's actually my problem with the river. Like I don't, because the river never gets colder than like 2 degrees. Like it's almost impossible to get it like colder than that. So it's like, meh. It's like I don't feel like I'm doing that much, for myself. It's only 2 degrees.
If it doesn't get any colder, it makes me wonder if it's near like some like hot spring stream.
No, it's more
like that.
it's more about the physics of it at the end, because it's about the density of the water, like of the flowing water. Like it never gets cold enough. Like even if it got frozen somewhere, like we would still go to the water that's that's not frozen, which means that it will be above 0, and it's usually like because it's keep circling. So and the problem
Just make
is
it
that
harder on yourself. Just get some weighted pads.
okay.
Get your cheetah print banana hammock on, and just do it in a style reminiscent of a man who's way too confident has earned it.
Okay. Okay, yeah. When you say that, but yeah, I'm actually planning to go for a swim on Saturday and start doing it for every Saturday until spring is
This is
here.
a regular thing.
Yeah, like that's because I've been doing it in the last year, and now I feel like if I would stop, it would be like not a good idea. Like I would actually lost all the progress that I've made. So I want to continue this.
I get you.
Yeah, that will be fun.
But
Well, I've been
otherwise, I
stuck
guess we
inside
should go
because everyone's
to.
awful. So I'm not going into the river anytime soon. Which
Well, it doesn't help with all the flooding that's happened today because of the huge heavy rainfall. The rivers are definitely bigger than rivers at this point.
I've just been digging into like cozy like movie and telly shows recently and some good old fashioned games.
Sure.
Okay. In what way?
And,
what have you played?
Yes,
us.
that's
You
the
know, I've
next
been
thing I
playing
meant to
my
do.
ultra favorite, my tilly tally favorite, my game of the year, Apex Legends, which has just announced its Halloween edition.
And
The Fire Fright Collection event, which actually, if I remember it from last year, is actually pretty awesome. What you did was you played with your pals and you fought against like a whole horde of infinite shadow demons until you basically dropped or escaped, which was a teaser for one of the characters being introduced. And this year it kind of looks the same. I've got the thing up in here because it does actually look pretty good.
really, okay.
You've got a trailer, I think, don't you?
Yeah.
So put the thing up.
Fate has brought event, but you're going to become a skeleton now.
Same shadow game. New shadow rules.
Not my first dance with death. All dressed up and nowhere to go.
Always nice to see some familiar faces.
What haunts you most is death.
You chose the wrong door to knock on.
Darkness finally has its day. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay.
Oh, come on. That does look good, doesn't it?
Okay.
It does look pretty cool, a bit more interesting than the stuff you see for PUBG and for Fortnite. We'll give
I
you that.
like that with the Shadow Royale thing. So what happens is that when you get ganked, you can still play. So it's not like a regular battle royale. But what you do is you become one of these shadow creatures, and then you just fuck with your buddies until you get down to the last person, who either escapes, runs out the time, or loses. And more often than not, it's lose unless you're particularly tactical, lucky, and/or that good.
Okay.
All
And
crossplay, I'm interested to see who kind of comes out on top in those leagues.
now I'm thinking, it's like about the skins. That's only for the Halloween event, or you can have it the whole time. Like,
Oh, you get them in the Halloween event. Yeah, you can have them the whole time.
mm-hmm.
Like, there's going to be people that buy them, and I'm sure they'll be very happy and pleased and fulfilled, and that'll be the last game costume that they buy that satisfies the need for aesthetic. But, you know, you can win them, and it's fun. I got a couple last year, which were actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. I have a like because when I'm watching it, I'm like thinking, yeah, it's nice, but it's no Overwatch. That's actually my reaction to it. Like, seriously, like when I'm seeing the skins, it's like, yeah, like it's okay, like okay, but like not Overwatch.
Well, you see, I don't like getting along with people and enjoying things at a bright, sunny value. I like fast, frenetic shit, but like not.
But
something
that's like that
too
still
raw, the
sounds
American
like
Empire's
Overwatch.
best thing ever, like Call of Duty.
But now, like Overwatch is, you know, like it's not like what kind of universe are you living in? Like
I've
Overwatch
actually
is.
played Overwatch in some time. Like, I think it's been over a year since I actually played Overwatch. Like, loaded it up and saw what the fuck was happening.
Yeah.
But last I saw, there was something with a psychic guy with bare feet, which people were way too into at the time.
I'm actually not sure what you're talking about.
There's some psychic guy who had bare feet and he floats, and people are like, feet.
I feel. Why do I
Well,
feel
it sounds like
one of these
Enigma,
days-
but I don't know about the other thing.
I feel like one of these days, maybe for Apex Legends, me and Martin may just have to join you in a game and you help train us up.
Honestly,
Maybe
it's
stream it.
easy as pie. It's just a regular battle royale. You pick up the guns, you shoot the guns. Yay, yay.
Yeah, but I would be too
I
good
would-
at it, and like that would be just horrible. You know, like everyone wouldn't have fun because I would be so great.
So that's the point. Martin be level, which is extremely good.
Nope,
Then
nope,
there's
I'm
me.
not.
That's way down and bad. Because I'm terrible at a lot of these sort of multiplayer shooters like this, unless it's
like-
like, you know, zombie mode. Zombie mode's fine. So
No, for me the problem is like first of all I play always support classes. Like I'm not really into shooting. I'm more like about keeping my team alive. So I'm like not
I
really the player for Apex. I think that's the biggest
tend to
problem.
be tanky, and I tend to like to be tanky and attract attention while everyone else kind of deals with everything.
Yeah, but like in this way, actually, it feels like we would be good team for Overwatch. You know, like Overwatch because it's in this way. Like you actually need, you know, some offensive player, which is like obviously Roddy. You need support and you need tank. You know, like so that's like that's completely perfect.
Actually, if I were to be completely honest, I'd say my playstyle is actually more tank than anything else. I like to do the variety, but my main one is tank. So my main on Overwatch was Reinhardt.
Reinhardt?
Who, was
Okay.
Yeah, he was
Big
big,
shield.
German. He's got a hammer. I'm all those things too.
I don't think that I've ever like actually used the hammer offensive. Like my style is only sometimes
Like
like
in real life.
to click E just to shoot the projectile and then keep the shield up for my team. That was like only me playing Reinhardt. But usually like my tank for like okay, I will play Overwatch season event because well now when I'm talking about it we might as well watch
This
this.
is what we're.
Oh, this'll be good.
Heroes beware. Legendary terrors emerge from the shadows. The scientist, cursed by the moon. The Vulpine shapeshifter, 1,000-year-old soul.
Yeah.
Are you frightened?
A nautical spectre, forever lost at sea.
That's your guy.
The vengeful spirits of two brothers, haunted by their pasts. Easily scared. Spine-tingling tricks and treats await.
You're just a glitch in the system. You're not scared, are you?
And shocking horrors, courtesy of Dr. Junkenstein. New heroes answer the call.
It's all coming up. Exploding!
Try not to get yourselves killed out there. And join in the fight against the Mad Doctor's most twisted surprises yet.
He's alive! He's alive! Ladies and gentlemen, my latest creation!
Bob, do something!
Will you survive?
Okay.
I might load
Oh,
some Overwatch.
The classics. I loved that movie.
Okay.
Okay, there was.
I might load up some Overwatch because it has been a while. I think only a couple of my pals were actually playing it at the time. It became a regular thing. But then Apex Legends happened and I was like, oh, yeah. Daddy.
I'm trying to get into Overwatch because our shared friend Tom again, he's trying to get me into it, and it's like I'm terrible. And I guess admittedly with me, the bad point of me is if I
Bit of confidence
just-
is what you need.
I know, but a lot of these games, it's I don't know, it triggers something to me. I feel awful at this. I'm not bringing it into the team.
You know,
I'm going to
okay, you know what's I would say like both because I've played a lot of Team Fortress and then I played Overwatch, and I have to say like most of these games actually like to me feels that they are about positioning. Like it's not about how accurate you are at shooting, it's not about how well you're using your abilities. Like it is about these things, of course, but like at the end it's about your positioning. Like don't stand like somewhere that like everyone's going to shoot. You like the way how you move on the map. Like that's sometimes like you can see a noob just the way how he moves. Like you can see like he's running like in the center, not on the side. You know, it's like stuff like that. You can just like feel just by the movement that someone doesn't know what he's doing. And like at the end, I would say like it's mostly just about positioning. Like you just learn where to be, and that's most of it. Like to be somewhat good.
Like I was playing with pals and I was the guy that was shouting down like, why the fuck would you go out into a goddamn courtyard? And be like, Brody,
And so
you're being a bit over. You're overreacting a little bit. Like, no, they're idiots.
I
A whole lot of them.
see.
I am the
me,
genius
these-
gamer boy.
With me in these games, I always feel like I'm Caboose from Red versus Blue.
Okay.
The guy that basically kind of goes, if I can't see them, they can't see me, and then I'm shot to death.
Makes sense. Okay. Yeah,
like
but
it.
what I wanted to say, like in this game, I actually like, as you were saying, like I'm playing support mostly, but still, as you were mentioning Reinhardt, I prefer to be Roadhog. Like that's actually my style of game. I really like to play Roadhog, and I would say that I'm like, but I actually hate in Overwatch now how it's like the matchmaking is class based, so you need to choose what are you going to play. Like if you're going to play support, if you're going to play tank, or if you're going to play offense, and that's fucking stupid. Like because like it for me it depends on the map. Like I'm not really sure what I want to play. It depends. Like if the map is more defensive, like I know how to move there. Like because because I play just few defense like tanky heroes, like Roadhog or Reinhardt or some others maybe, and like some maps are not good for them. So I cannot play them there. So I cannot choose to be tank because I know that I won't be able to play that. And the same goes for support. I like on some maps I know that I'm not a good support, and I just like hate having to choose there. Yeah, so like they
makes sense.
kind of screwed it up for me.
If I had the choice, I would play Reinhardt more often, but like he is a popular character, so I would go through the roster and I do fine with a few others. There's a couple that do require a lot more finesse, and I hate to say his name, but the one who definitely requires a bit more finesse is Hanzo.
Yeah, because everyone mains Hanzo.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly
the one I could never get the hang of. Like the one I found like the hardest to handle was Tracer.
Like for me, it's not even like I don't think that I've played that many of these like offense. I don't think that I've ever like consciously chosen Hanzo to play as. Like it might have been some kind of like random match, some kind of arcade mode that I would play this kind of character, or like Tracer, because it's just like so not me. Like it's just like all these like sniping, like Widowmaker with her sniper rifle, like that. Nope, that's not me. That's not me at all. Like not at all.
No, man, that's not me.
Nope, not me. And also, like, I'm also I cannot play Pharah, even though that I would actually say, like, Pharah is more my style, but it's because...
Pharah is my second, like, definitely, for, like, assault and just overbearing firepower.
Like, for me, it's because I have a friend who's Pharah cosplayer, and, like, it feels so much that it's her character that I, like, cannot play as her. Like it's just
you can play with your friends.
Okay.
I'm just letting you guys get lost in Overwatch.
Well, it's about the only thing that I'm actually excited for is like the Apex Legends Halloween event, because I've not seen any real like Halloween games that I would like. The only thing that would properly make me hit the walls in excitement is if Red Dead Redemption 2 finally did zombies again.
Oh, Undead Nightmare. Damn, that would be cool again.
Undead Nightmare. It would be
Except
so good to
they
see
won't
Undead
because
Nightmare in Red Dead Redemption 2.
They won't do it because they'll see no money in it because they're already making enough money as is with everything else, which is the sad thing.
But that's so
these days.
Don't they have enough money from the GTA Online? Don't they have enough?
That's the point. It means we don't have to do anything to make more money. We're making enough money as it is. So it's like, so you're sacrificing all your creativity. Great, thanks.
It's
The
rough.
days
But
when
it's
they
like
made
Call
good.
of Duty has the best zombie option as a game this year. Like that's bad.
But
That's bad, man.
like when I think about it, like what actually like a gaming company earns the most money in the universe? Of course, it's Valve. Because like Valve owns Steam, and Steam,
Which means
Steam
they get
sells
each
like
percentage.
80% of all PC games. Like all the PC games are like 80% of all PC games are sold through Steam, and they earn like 25% from every sale. Like I don't think that like any gaming company earns as much as Valve.
And thus, they don't really need to make any games either.
Exactly, and yet Like Half-Life Alyx, like they like I mean like they are not trying but they are no. I would say that they are trying a lot, but it seems that they are trying secretly. Like they decided that they will work on the games like really a lot.
And yet that's the thing. But you can only play that game if you have VR, and not everyone's gonna have VR.
But that's the way how they are like pushing it, like to the next generation.
No, my next generation will probably be PC, and
but what I'm saying is that they are because earlier was criticizing Rockstar because like they have so much money that they are not willing to do anything basically, and Valve, they have so much money, so they are just experimenting, and I would say like maybe 5% of the things that they do we actually see, because they are like spending most of the time just like experimenting what they can do.
Yeah.
Creating new things.
Like I would like to see like Rockstar actually go out of its way to be weird and wonderful again, like do something that does push boundaries. I want to see GTA like taken to its logical extreme.
What's the logical extreme, Saints Row?
You know what it is. The logical extreme is something like that Gerard Butler movie, Gamer. Which everyone forgets about. It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah, with the dancer as the final boss.
Hey, it's always something weird with the final boss. But the only thing wrong that movie did was underused Terry Crews. That was a crime.
Yes, it's more the fact they tried to make him a villain, and I'm like, I can't take you seriously, Terry. I actually can't take you seriously.
I don't even remember him being there. That's how bad.
Oh, he was there he's just there doing his crazy face and making it look like he's some sort of weird ass killer. You're like,
he's
you look like you're about to dance.
He's an actual athlete bodybuilder type. He probably could.
No, I know he is.
If he wanted to. And he does have a scary face.
Oh, no,
like if you had him like breathing in your face there with that face, you'd be like, "Oh, I am actually shaping myself."
But
I wasn't feeling that in Gamer.
I've seen
I didn't feel that.
I've seen Gamer only once and in cinema when it was out. So I just remember that it was like meh, like interesting concept, nothing done with it. It was like the end.
They should have done a bit more.
Yeah. So, and I don't even like remember pretty much anything about it. It's just like it was just meh.
But the one last Rockstar thing I'll say, I miss games like Bully, because Bully was amazing. And I'm also sad that
4 times now.
Yep, but it's more the fact I'm also sad that originally Rockstar were meant to be making a game called Agent. They were going to try and make a spy game or something, and then it basically just kind of went into vanillaware. Like, it's no longer around anymore.
Yeah, but that's basically what our commentator Beck Mathieu says here. Like, like Valve decided not to talk about these things because they would disappoint people when they, cancel something because they just find out that it doesn't work. That's like, maybe they should have done that with Artifact.
Yeah. So, it's lame that they want to pander to like a small fan base of like the original Valve, like they do. Yeah, I mean, like Gabe Newell, like the excuses like, "Oh, we don't want to bring out too many new things because we don't want to upset our fan base." It's just like it's that same fan base that are just constantly playing Team Fortress and are like, "When's the next Half-Life out? When is it?"
But the thing is,
to me now.
But But with Valve, most of the original people that made those games with Valve have left, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they still
bigger and better.
They still have like a lot of new talents. Like, I've played Half-Life Alyx. Like, I have to say, it was still Half-Life. Like I felt it.
Someone's just reminded me there. You remember Rockstar has made the best game, the best video game adaptation, Table Tennis.
It was pretty good. No, it was actually pretty damn fucking good. I'm gonna admit that.
Did you forget that one?
No, I don't know that.
Oh, it was on 360, right? It was 360, I'm sure. I think it was only on 360. I don't think it ever went to PS3.
Okay, just play it.
Probably PC.
Hang on, I'll play a trailer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it a trailer?
No, it's a gameplay. Yeah, what character selection works, guy? Come on.
Okay.
Brazil versus Egypt. Brazil to serve.
Yeah, it's ping pong, man.
Yeah.
It actually handled pretty well.
Oh. Yeah, I remember, like... Okay. I actually remember that they were making, like, several like, sport games, some fighting game as well. Like, realistic fighting game. Like UFC, basically. Something like that.
I can't recall anything about that.
And they were basically... They were explaining there that they are using it for like more realistic like facial animations and stuff like that. It's like it's all about the physics and about how they portray humans, and it will be at the end like transferred to their other games, like basically to GTA, which should have been GTA 5 at the time. I'm just like going to like if I Rockstar fighting game. I think that there was
Ultra Fighting Man. But like the amount of money that they must be making off of Grand Theft Auto 5 online still,
yeah.
and to some extent Red Dead 2, their online one still got pretty good fan base.
To the fact, it's why you're even getting GTA 5 for free on PlayStation 5, as long as you have a PS Plus account. So it's like, here, you guys have this game for free launch. Go nuts.
Yeah. It was for free on Epic Games, like the Epic launcher. You know, like so it was there for free. Of course, I got it there for free because that's a nice price. I also like when I'm thinking about like I have several games on my Epic account, but like I didn't pay for any of these games. Like I got for free GTA, Troy, like Total War Troy. And I think that there was what was the game from the authors of FTL? Do you know FTL? Like Faster and
yeah, I know FTL.
Yeah. Breach something. Breach.
Yeah, it's Breach.
Like there was a. It was 2 words in the breach, like 3 words. Yeah, in the breach probably. Into the breach. Yeah, into the breach. That's.
Was it? I'm trying to remember. Was it one of the dudes FTL did Return of Forbidden, or am I thinking of something? No, P-Parts, please. I'm getting mixed up with games.
Yeah, okay. FTL
getting
still
mixed
fun.
up with PC games.
But James, what have you been playing anyway?
Well, after some discussions last week, I decided to go into an old game, which thankfully I still had downloaded in my PS3. And thus I shall play. It's not a proper trailer.
Okay.
But it's the intro to the game, and it's one of the most memorable intros, I still feel.
Okay.
So, hold on.
Let's see it.
Play it, Daddy.
Cain is deified. The clans tell tales of him. Few know the truth. He was mortal once, as were we all. However, his contempt for humanity drove him to create me and my brethren. I am Raziel, firstborn of his lieutenants. I stood with Cain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Cain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow, until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the lake of the dead. Cast him in. Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy.
Okay.
Ooh, it looks good.
That's symbolic for this age, with the face covered.
Yeah, a little bit.
Be like him.
I think the Soul Reavers games definitely deserve a Wii U reboot. Like, they deserve a Wii U reboot by someone.
Well,
We switch.
technically that almost happened.
Technically, almost
There-
is not. It happened. What happened?
No, as in there was a game in the making called Dead Sun,
Dead Sun.
and yeah, Crystal Dynamics trying to do something that was almost like a soft reboot, but there is a trailer which I will find and I will put on. So just hold on a moment. Oh
Actually,
my god, with everything.
like, I knew this game only from, while reading gaming magazines in the 90s. Well, at the end of the 90s. It was like everywhere, Legacy of Kain. It was like one of the worst, I would say, named game in the way of being really fucking confusing what's the actual name. Because it's like Soul
Admittedly-
Reaver, Legacy of Kain, started like...
Yeah, but there was because it was Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, and then it went Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2,
Yeah.
Blood Omen 2, and then Defiance. There was a lot of weird naming, but it was also because there was a whole big thing involving Silicon Knights, who originally made the game, and Crystal Dynamics that got the license, and there was a whole big hubbub and nearly some suing happening as well.
Yeah.
Silicon Knights have not done that well, especially when to games like Too Human,
Okay,
and that
now-
didn't go very well.
Okay,
But
I got the list. Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, Legacy of Kain Defiance, and Nosgoth.
Yeah, first off, I need to show the weird
sorry.
made-up trailer for Dead Sun. Nosgoth was meant to
Okay.
accompany it. So, let's put that up.
Dead Whole Sun. Feels familiar.
I am stronger than death. I am reborn.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked like a good concept. Like, I appreciate how metal a blood waterfall is, and I like biting the neck of a woman with a titty out.
Yeah, there was a leaked 30-minute gameplay of it, which was never meant to be seen. Because this game basically got cancelled. But Noskov, the multiplayer component to it, got released on its own in beta and then gone. 'Cause it was a really kind of dumb multiplayer 3-on-3 game of being humans and the vampire things with different abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work. And plus, there was voicing and writing in Dead Space, but it was nothing compared to the person that originally wrote it. Because she went on to do stuff like, actually, Uncharted. She became story supervisor of that for... forgetting her name, unfortunately. But I'll remember it later. But it's more the fact that the series definitely needs revisiting. Square Enix, the only thing they ever really did was like include it in that weird Tomb Raider multiplayer 2-person game where you could get skins to be Raziel and Kane. But I try to get people to play the games, and the best way I can describe it is time-traveling Shakespearean vampires, and that's the only thing I can do.
Okay. But now when you said Uncharted, I'm actually thinking the same thing as...
Yeah, the recent news. Yeah, which there happened photos of... Well, one thing, Nolan North was on the set. And was meeting with Tom Holland, giving a walkthrough through the set. So the film is actually happening. And there's a photo of Tom Holland, basically his Nathan gear. And he looks good. Although, not seen anything involving... Mark himself, Mark Wahlberg as Sully, which I'm still on the fence about.
I mean, it feels like young Indiana Jones, and I mean like the series.
Yeah, I remember that. I do actually remember that series, yeah. But
I mean, I almost don't, but like I know, like those First World War was actually like, I know that it's good. Like I thought that it's good when I was a kid. That's how it should say that.
That just because things can look completely different as you're an adult. And although speaking of that, one little nice little fun fact: the voice of Raziel, the one that was doing all that talking at the beginning, he's the voice of Drew Pickles in Rugrats. So Tommy's uncle, same voice actor.
I wish they'd add in that bit from the show with Angelica and in the chocolate pudding. It's like, Raziel, what are you doing? Making chocolate pudding because I've lost control of my life.
Well, that's Stu Pickles rather than Drew Pickles, but at the same time, yeah, that's kind of funny. At the same time, I definitely suggest everyone look for, like, say, Kane Soul Reaver. Apparently, the best version of it was for Dreamcast, because the PC version is pants because of the controls. But you're more looking at PlayStation version to be probably your most affordable, which you could probably get from, if you have a PS3, the PS Store version will still be on there. Or just have an original PlayStation or PS2, which is the only place you can get most of the games, I think.
Yeah, we all have like several of these, no problem.
I do actually have two PS2 consoles, but...
Of course, Rich James, of course, he does have like a lot of consoles.
Oh, no, like the PS2 I got was like back when I first started at Rogues. And the other one was given to me by a friend for a birthday present, which is very nice of him.
Okay.
Spence, Spence, as you remember him, Roddy.
Yeah.
You gave me the other PS2 because my other one...
I'm actually trying to like...
fired me from one of my first jobs.
I still remember the stuff for Smallville Fanatic.
That's interesting. PlayStation 2 Slim Bag. That's for like 180 pounds. That's what I found right now.
Holy crap!
Yeah, but it seems like perfect condition.
But if you have PS3, you can. Well, that's the thing. I don't know how many of the PS2 games are on the PS2 store.
Like you can, I could. Nah. I'm just like looking at it. Yeah, I wouldn't even want it. Like it's like I have so many games on my like. that I should play, and like I'm looking for PlayStation 2 just for fun of it. Okay.
I really want to finish God of War. Like, I want to finish the last God of War game before the new one comes out. Because I've seen the trailer and it looks pretty damn good.
Yes. Although, Martin, have you shown what you've been playing yet?
Well, I've been playing, like, guess what? I've been playing, of course, Three Kingdoms. I still didn't finish it because, like, they still keeping, like, attacking my... Oh, nah, it's just annoying. But I also was playing, I got a little bit back to the year of 2001, the year before the Twin Towers were destroyed, and they were used in ads for one little game called Red Alert 2, Command & Conquer Red Alert 2. That was the fun part about it, that Red Alert 2 had advertisement campaign based on the pictures of New York burning because of the invasion of Russians to New York. And then, like, all these things printed and, like, released, and suddenly there was an event called 9/11 which made it too real. It was like, it's got a Red Alert 2 advert. I just want to see it if I...
It feels so very bad. Oh my word.
Paint the town red. The invasion has begun, and there's like burning Twin Towers, and the plane flying like in the directions of the towers. So I just like I can maybe put it at least like here a bit, so people can see it. Yeah, in this way, yeah. Yeah, paint so you can see it on stream if you want to. Paint the town red and the planes flying. Yeah. So that was that was fun.
Oh my word!
Or, invasion has begun.
I thought Custer's Last Revenge was horrible enough. Jesus.
No, Custer's Last Revenge is probably worse.
Yeah, it's just
objectively
it's worse. Yeah, I mean, but this is still.
Can you imagine, like,
bad.
Can you imagine 2001? You make this like adverts like for your new game, and suddenly 9/11 happens, and you have to pull all these things.
Guys, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. Some dipshit flew into the building.
I mean, that event changed a lot in terms of a whole lot of games. I think it affected really one of the GTAs.
But, like,
it affected the first Spider-Man movie.
But that's the thing. There's even like a mission where you need to destroy. Like, you don't need to, but you get a bonus if you destroy the towers.
I don't know what's up with these kind of games where it's like that gets pulled, but something like Homefront happens. Remember Homefront? That came out at the time when news was like North Korea is getting ready to invade America.
Yeah, of course.
People were like, oh no.
But
and then this games company made a game specifically about that. But if there had actually been any threat of that happening, I think that game would have been pulled. Like, it was just like, there's doubtful that it'd be some games producer being like, oh no, I hope that the war in North Korea doesn't come over here.
Wasn't that made by, God, it was Homefront. It was like, what? Is it like Crytek UK or whatever they were called? Or, no,
probably.
I'm trying to remember, but all I know is that a lot of them were ex-Free Radical like game developers. Free Radical, they did everything from Time Splitters to Second Sight and weirdly
the game was very good.
And I think that tends to be
Unreal Engine, Chaos Studio, Digital Extremes, THQ.
Is there actually anything good out like that's just come out? Like any games? Like, I've got just the PlayStation, I've got my little MacBook here, but like, is there a good game that's come out where it's like, fuck yeah?
I'm
good going.
Not recent. I think it's all quiet. I think it's all quiet until, well, November, mate.
Yeah, I'm just.
That's when shit hats. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's coming at the end of the month.
Yeah.
And hey, guess
was that a subtle plug? Was that a subtle?
No, it's not a
we did the
plug.
plug
It's just
last
like I'm having this. That's all. I just have it
Although,
here.
hey, give you guys a laugh. Finally, my Mortal Shell game came in today,
Ooh.
but not played it yet.
Oh.
Ah, god damn you.
But you.
But maybe we can talk and arrange a stream for the weekend. Maybe
Okay. Okay.
Not
Okay.
if anyone's up, if any of the viewers are up to the idea of me playing badly in a Souls-like game, which will go terrible, very
Yeah.
terrible.
It might be fun.
Ah,
Don't
someone's
worry.
mentioned Mafia Definitive Edition. So I missed the
Oh,
first
yeah!
Mafia game.
Yeah.
So you could
I missed
play it properly from the beginning this
I
time.
got Mafia 3, and Mafia 3 was okay. I liked
Yeah,
the
it's-
music, I liked the driving, but like the action was very wooden. I didn't think that the story had a lot of oomph to it.
If there was one kind of game that's like Mafia but better, I always tend to say that Scarface game that was made years ago apparently was really good.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
you know, it's
I heard that too.
it's a really sensitive topic in Czech Republic because the Mafia 1 and 2 was of course like it's Czech game. So you know like
Really?
Right.
yeah,
I didn't know.
like this. So but the Mafia 3 isn't. So that's the thing. Like if you say anything nice about Mafia 3, you will get beaten up here. It's like-
Right. Well, if it
Right
helps,
on,
I've
you
never
super
played any of the Mafia
motherfuckers.
games.
I mean like yeah,
But then you've never but then you never played Mafia 1, so you need to play that to actually compare, don't you?
I have to say like the first one yeah, like for me it actually ended at the first because like it was the 1930s, which is like for me the most iconic of the
Mafia.
Yeah, like it's Mafia. Like it's how it's supposed to be. Because the next one is like in 50s, 60s, which is like well, that's basically Godfather, you know, time. So
Yeah.
still that still should work, but then the third one is like 60s, 70s, like 70s.
Which is going.
Yeah.
Isn't that basically going into Goodfellas territory then at that point?
No, because they
Like-
went the like, how would I say that? They went different. They went more a gang than mafia.
Yeah.
That's the
okay.
difference there.
You're fighting the mafia, and like what should have been, they should really just leaned into it being a black exploitation game. Like just
Very
get
much.
all the influence from Shaft you possibly can.
Yeah,
Throw
they
in some fun references. Just make it like as big as you possibly can. Of like getting like the Black Power movement involved there is like thing. But
Yeah,
it wouldn't
that's
be
may-
mafia anymore. It'd be like
that's maybe
militant
the problem. Like they went there, but they didn't commit. That was the
game. Yeah.
like when they like were doing actually this, like they should go like full throttle. That might have worked better.
You see that in a lot of games, like even Far Cry 5. You're going to the thing where you're going against these extreme religious zealots
Yeah.
across it, which was at a point in America when you have these people who are basically bordering up and let a new FBI or whatever come in,
Yeah.
and they didn't commit. They were like, "No, we're not going to be political," and it's like, I think you could have. So
I think it's more.
You could
It's more like it worked for Far Cry 5 in the way of like you know what they're doing, but you cannot prove it. Like it's more this way. Like you know, like
I wish
it's
they-
obvious what they're doing completely, but
And-
they never
but if-
ever mention Christ or something like that. So you know, like
but it feels like they were being extremely too cautious. I get like not doing it to the point where they're not going to be, you know, all kinds of attacks to folk in the minute.
Yeah.
Like the Pope will be probably today after the news announcement. Whew,
Ooh.
damn. But at the same time, although I do like Far Cry 5 and how it plays, it is a fun game to play, and I do like the other option of the game modes too.
I mean, like I'm still listening to the soundtrack. Like it's more like the core, the like extremely religious one. I just love it. Like it's new Hope County core, and it's just a choir. Yeah, a Hope County choir, and it's like all about how you keep your rifles by your side. Oh Lord. It's great. It's just like...
Isn't that... I would say, isn't that basically your religious anthem in this case, Martin?
I actually bought a special edition with the vinyls, so I have a vinyl of this. So I could just put it on my gramophone and listen to it. Man, it's
That's
great.
comedic.
Yeah, it's awesome because I'm listening these deeply religious songs about guns and fighting the good war against infidels, basically. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I recommend it. Just listen to the the soundtrack is on Spotify. You can listen to it. It's awesome. Yeah.
Right. So, should we talk about what we've been watching?
Yeah, I actually didn't even finish with the Red Alert.
Sorry.
Yeah, Red Alert. I'm just playing it, and I'm streaming it, and it's fun in the way of I cannot play it the way how it would be efficient. I'm playing it in the way of having fun with it, which is really annoying and boring for people that are watching me, but I like it much more that way. But what kind of surprised me about it, because I didn't play it for a long time, is that I remember the game was being very easy, and it's not that easy as I remember it. It's usually the missions start in the way of you being under attack from several sides, and you have to all trying to put out several fires at once. I remember the games much easier, so now I'm questioning myself if I wasn't that I had to be better player as a kid than I am right now in strategy games.
I mean, could you have played with the difficulty at that point as a kid?
Yeah, I think that I've played easy. Yeah, I might have. I might have played easy.
And nowadays, if you got older, you feel I can do normal now. This is fine. And then
no, you can't do normal. You're not a little bitch, baby. You're a man. You're a hard man. You need a hard game.
Yes.
For your hard.
Barbie's Princess Pony Rides.
Yeah, but it's what I've played.
Play that shit on hard mode.
But yeah, next week I will actually try to play something new. I actually got it's right here. It's press kit for Rainbow Six Siege. I got that. And because I don't know if you ever Roddy is not a fan of Rainbow Six Siege apparently, but I liked that when it was I liked it even when it was released, and it got better, but it got better in a way of it feels that people are getting much better, and I'm not keeping up, not at all. It's all these people are CS:GO players, and they are too good. They always aim for the head, and I'm not fast enough, and they just kill me. It's just annoying to actually play against them.
Freaky.
Yeah.
So I'm just hearing the rainfall outside my door. Fucking hell.
Okay.
You hear none of the rain?
Not yet.
I don't hear any.
Well, no, you're not in Scotland.
Good.
You're probably got sunny skies and everything.
Yeah, of course, because it's 10 p.m.
Yeah,
I'm just remembering how much time I've devoted for games that were at best mediocre but popular at the time. So, do you guys remember Kane Lynch?
Yes.
Yeah, I've never played it, but yeah, I know.
So, it was Heat, the game, and it had some, they were ooh, it's got a story. It's got a story, but it's also got action. You're okay. You kind of got me there. And, the game was fine. It played, by the numbers kind of thing, and characters were...
Meh.
Kane was the interesting one. Lynch... Or was it the other way around? No, Kane wasn't the interesting one. Lynch was, because he was just a psychopath, mulleted, bearded guy down pills. He was basically proto Trevor Phillips from Grand Theft Auto, who is the single greatest video game character of all time. Fight me!
including the live action act. Well, the voice actor, but he does it live action. It's like, you are fucking amazing, even when he's in The Walking Dead.
But now when you say that, I actually like need to go to GOG to see if there's a game that I played as a kid, and I was like, because that's the problem. Like when you were a kid, you were playing a lot of games that you just like. It's not that you enjoyed them; it's the game that you had. That was all. Like,
Yeah, I could.
Yeah.
Anyone ever remember ever playing Small Soldiers?
No.
No.
It was bad. It was what I had when I got a PlayStation. Till eventually I got better ones like Tekken 3 and Spyro, but at that point I was given Small Soldiers because it was a popular film at the time, and the film was like meh, but the game was like, I think it tried to make it this film. It's more the universe that the toys are based around.
Yeah.
And it tries to
Hang
be
on.
that
About
it's
Small
through
Soldiers.
GoldenEye multiplayer.
About Small Soldiers, the movie, right? That had Tommy Lee Jones as the evil action figure guy, right? And then it had Kirsten Dunst when she was still a teenager, so that'll appeal to somebody. But the thing I remember most about that entire movie is, you know how Led Zeppelin, the band, don't license out their music?
Yeah.
Small Soldiers got communication breakdown licensed out to them for what is objectively the most horrifying part of the movie, which is Kirsten Dunst is bound up by the mutated...
The Barbies,
dolls.
all voiced by Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah. She gets bound up, gagged. Her boyfriend is stabbed in the foot or something, and he jumps out a window. Then Tommy Lee Jones is dead-eyed toy soldier guy just in her face like, are you scared? We're all scared. You have to be crazy not to be scared.
But now when I'm like I actually mentioned that. I actually mentioned that just because I remembered RPG that was called Revenant, and I've played it a lot.
Oh.
And I don't think that it's like the game is that good, but
Revenant?
yeah,
I'm trying to.
It's 1999.
I've never heard of that one.
It's 1999, so like if you were a PC gamer at the time, you might have been, you might have played it. But
Revenant RPG.
Yeah, Revenant.
I'm trying to look it up just because. And it is on GOG. Loch de Verum is a revenant. Warrior mage resurrected from an earlier age.
No, it's just
And
Revenant.
Basically, it's trying to be like a Diablo clone, right?
Sort of, but I would say like it was like way more dynamic in a way of like I know like that's the problem. I don't remember that much about it. Would I remember that there's a like deep fighting system in a way of like even without weapons you could have like you could do some Mortal Kombat combos basically, and there's like I don't know how I know there was a like weird magic system as well that you could like combine some kind of runes and create some spells, and like I don't like seriously I just don't remember it. I just like remember that like something like that.
But it was published by Eidos, weirdly enough, which nice we're talking about a few Eidos games here apparently today.
Yeah. So yeah, that's like
Cinematic Studios.
No, actually, I'm thinking that I will buy it for the like €5.99, and I will play it because I want to. I want to now. Maybe it's a good game, or maybe it's shit, and I just like played it because I had nothing else to play. That's
I just
how
want
it
to see what else they
usually goes. But yeah,
I'm trying to see what else they made, but the only other thing they made was like Total Mayhem.
Okay.
Which action isometric game. They haven't really done much.
Yeah.
I was just kind of fascinated to see what else they did. But
Okay. Well,
what's next on the topics?
What's next? So what have you watched?
Oh.
You go, Raddy.
Sure. I want to definitely share this one. So, I am a big fan of this comedy. If you haven't seen them,
I didn't
do yourself a
hear any of
fucking favor.
that. I've heard that you're a
kind
big
of-
fan, and then suddenly, yeah.
You've been kind of juttering a little wee bit there, my friend.
Mm-hmm. So
what about now, dads? Can you hear me?
You're a big fan.
I'm a big fan of Auntie Donna. They're an Australian sketch comedy group.
Mm-hmm.
They're very funny, extremely
Christmas
memeable.
pot.
Christmas Pud. Yeah, that's it.
Christmas put. That's I actually know them. I actually know them through you because I clicked on a video like on your Facebook. I know, like I really liked what's called bigoted Bill.
Yeah.
I'm correct. It's the same guys to do the. Have a little
1999. They had this series called 1999 where all their sketches were set in 1999, but that didn't necessarily matter.
Yeah.
They just made like the off joke of like, yeah, I'll just chat with my friends on Snapchat. It's like, it's 1999. I don't know what Snapchat is unless it's one of the Planeteers. The link in the Pure Bad Taste chat if you want to see some Christmas food.
Yeah.
So, like Auntie Donna, right?
Yeah.
They've got a deal with Netflix now. They're doing a Netflix show that's being produced by Ed Helms and the fucking guy who did Reno 911. So,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna play that because it looks good.
Okay.
Right, who's next?
We got to just. Hang on, Zach. You've gone low res.
Oh my god, how embarrassing! I'm sorry.
Did you have something strange for lunch?
No, I just have really poor internet.
We got to just. Hang on, Zach. You've gone low res.
Oh my god, how embarrassing! I'm sorry.
Did you have something strange for lunch?
No, I just have really poor internet quality at my place.
Oh right.
Yeah.
We can carry on though if you're happy to.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, it usually gets better again pretty quickly.
We're going on a date! Who wants a drink? Damn it! I'm ready to party!
Every time I open anything, it sounds like a man saying the word creak.
Creak.
See?
Creaky door.
Satire.
Parody.
Boom.
And clever wordplay.
We're out of sync.
Don't worry, Zach. Things might be looking kind of glum now, but they'll be right as rain in no time.
Jesus
And
Christ!
What is that?
Fucking see you fucking
This November, a new 6-part series from the absurd minds of Auntie Donna, featuring the talents of Broden Kelly.
These are my favorite clothes.
Zachary Ruane.
Would you like to cook her?
Mark Bonanno. With special guests, Egghouse.
You're gonna sit the down.
Kristen Shaw.
I'm a regular human.
Weird Al Yankovic. The Queen of England.
I'm the fucking queen of England.
Pro wrestler Awesome Kong. Paul F. Tompkins. Sir Tommy Nippletassos. Abraham Lincoln. Lord Whoop. Tiny Little Muppet. Count Eve. 1837.
We got to get the show back on the rails.
Okay.
Okay, because it's off the rails.
A little.
Okay.
I'm just having a cup of tea, having a break.
Touche. I love tea.
Touche.
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 Oh.
Do you even know what touche means?
No. Touche.
Ah, touche.
Touche.
November 11. On my name day. It will be released on my name day.
But yeah, that just filled me with that was Weird Al Yankovic as well. He's in the show as what looked like a vampire, which to me is just perfect.
It really is. I have to say,
it's just so good. I've been such a big fan of them for a while now, and like to see them on the mainstream platform, I really hope it just fucking takes off as like its own thing.
Yeah,
I think it has to. Like, I really hope it does. I don't want it to just have only 2 seasons and fades away to obscurity like everything else has.
I mean,
like the whole point of the sketches as well, like they're all surreal, right?
Mhm.
They're all obscure. And the thing is that all the sketches don't really have punchlines, which I think's fucking hilarious. I like when things don't have a punchline. It's just funny for the sake of being funny and weird.
Bigoted Bill has a punchline.
Bigoted Bill has a punchline. But not all the sketches have punchlines. And certainly my favorite ones don't have punchlines. It's just like weird.
Just getting weirder and weirder and weirder and stopping suddenly.
It just to be honest, it just kind of reminds me of when God, remember me and Roddy, me and you, like a decade ago, I think we tried to record something over the internet. We tried to do random ideas and just record it and see what would happen.
Yes.
I still have them on YouTube, I think, but they're terrible. Or I don't know if they're funny or not anymore. It's gone to that point.
Actually, no, like
I'll have to send them later to you guys, and then we'll see.
I liked Roddy's videos, like his sketches.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I never did enough.
we did-
I did like 6 sketches ever, and they were like passable.
I know, like
Oh, your
that's
sketches
the
are
thing.
fantastic.
I just remember liking them, and that's all. Like I don't remember the sketches.
I want to remake one of my sketches that I did because Tom really isn't part of the comedy thing anymore in our terms, and the other guy, he isn't even in our friend group anymore. So I want to remake them with like the pals who have stayed, and like the comedians who have worked with who are still actually funny. And I just like to make it better. I like to just remake a few things and then start again. I feel like I can do that now. Unfortunately, there's a fucking pandemic, so you can't really get everyone together for that. It's like, hey, do you want to come into a closed, damp flat with me and breathe next to each other? For the sake of comedy, of course. Like, yeah, we're gonna do that.
Hey, do you still have the same channel? Like, what's your
Deviant Monster 13, it's called, or something?
I thought like 23. It was.
Deviant Monster.
Yeah, but that's like I cannot find it like under Deviant Monster.
It'll just be under my name.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I actually uploaded the videos onto my comedy group's channel, Wildly. So we haven't really updated that in years. Like, haven't added anything to that in years. Because it was always the fucking worst thing to try and organize everyone to do a sketch comedy. Because on top of like writing and actually editing it, it was like actually getting everyone there on the day and trying to do it on the day because we all have jobs, we all had education at the time.
I remember one of the times I was helping out where I think it was when the Ice Bucket Challenge was still going on. I think that was like one of the last big ones, of which I remember my time trying to go into the North Sea and then pussing out like a bitch. I went toes in and then shrieked. But I remember still laughing about that, although my favourite video is still in the Wildly Unprepared is, weirdly enough, P-Buddies, for some stupid, weird reason.
What's your favourite one? What was your favourite?
Martin?
I don't remember.
Oh.
No, I just get very weird text messages. Text message that kind of whatever it is, because I wasn't listening. Sorry.
What
Are you
weird
okay,
text
buddy?
message did you get? Did you get a death threat?
No. About almost committing suicide, which was weird. Yeah. So.
You okay? You sure you're good?
Yeah, I was just because like that's the problem. Like I got this message from unknown number. I'm not like even like I don't even know what. Like I have a suspicion what person is that, but like yeah, interesting. So you were saying?
It's kind of hard to come back from that, but
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, it was.
So let's try and distract ourselves
Yeah.
as usual with video games.
Or the things
Doom
we've been
Eternal.
watching.
Or the
Doom
shows.
Eternal
or the
has
thi-
come out.
You know now, like you know what? I've actually watched a movie. I've actually watched a movie that I want to talk about, and it's a movie that I have a trailer here, but I don't think that we need to watch it because it's a Power Rangers 2017.
Yay!
I watched that movie.
I
And,
like that movie. It's dumb, but I like it.
Oh god.
and I have to say,
Oh, don't you judge.
like I have to say, like it was actually kind of good.
Yeah.
Like it's like I was expecting some kind of like because it wasn't successful at all. Like you know it was like according to critics it was a bad movie, or I don't know. Like I actually not even sure about the consensus around it. Like I just know that it didn't earn any money.
I think there was a distance between the critics and the people who watched it. Like another one of those things where all the people who watched it actually liked it, but the critics just see it was pants, and unfortunately, they're not making any more of that series. I think they're already going to.
But honestly, like because I was expecting it to be really, I don't know, one-dimensional. I would say, you know, like in the way of like not being anything. But at the end, like the different characters were actually interesting.
You thought it was going to be one-dimensional, just like the original Power Rangers, where the only kind of three-dimensional character was just the Green Ranger?
Yeah, pretty much. Like they would be like interchangeable. Like you wouldn't like be even able to say like, is this like if I would see a script, I wouldn't be able to recognize the characters like by what they're saying. But this was actually like working movie in the way of like I could say like this is a completely different character than this character, and they have like actually interesting personalities with interesting conflicts. And
the fact they're not matching a color with a certain race, which was kind of dodgy, but apparently was glossed over in the original first series.
Yeah, like at the end, like the end of it was kind of boring. Like I would say, like the fighting part. Yeah, but until the fighting, that was fun.
That's exactly
took a
how
while
I
for the
felt
fight. The fight took a long time to really start, and then it did kind of go, and then I felt like by the end, I felt like you're basically just trying to sequel bait, and there's the sequel bait.
Yeah.
And that's it. But I still liked it, and you liked it.
That's quite surprising, because I was expecting like that it will be bad, not because it's just like dumb action movie, it's just like that it will be completely flat, and this wasn't flat, which was surprising. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was
I
better
think
than
the
I
fights did let it down. The fights were a big letdown. They didn't do like I don't know if it's a budget thing or the team that they had, but I was kind of expecting them to copy Pacific Rim for like the big final fight in the Zords and nah,
that would have been
kind of lame.
That would have been cool.
It looked like a cheap Chinese studio had been hired to make it, and sure enough, they had.
And then went on to help out bring me the Horizon with their last video.
But then
shots fired.
Now I like watching it. It has like 5.9 stars on IMDb. Yeah.
Like I know what you mean. Like
if you
look at the original Power Rangers, it definitely isn't anything to write home about, apart from you were a kid and you're just kind of finding the bright, colorful characters, and
but that's the problem.
Are exciting.
I said it before, I didn't like it as a kid. Like it seemed contrived and boring to me when I was a kid.
It's like 7-year-old Martin just being like, yes, I don't find that the character development in this production.
No, it wasn't like that.
Wait, maybe it was badly dubbed in Czech.
They're lacking.
No, No. The problem was like for me, it wasn't about like character development or something. I didn't care about these things. It was about like predictability. Like it was always the same. Like it was just the same all the time. And like I didn't, and because that was my opinion at it. I didn't watch all of those like more developed, you know, characters like with the Green Ranger and stuff like that. It's just like suddenly someone appeared with new Ranger, and like who's that? You know, like he's there suddenly, and there's a White Ranger, and suddenly I just didn't care.
And of course, the White Ranger is the most powerful because white is the best color.
Hey, white.
Get at the back of the line, Black Ranger.
Hey, white is the combination of all the other colors in, you know, light spectrum. So
is it though, or is it black?
Nope. If you combine
more browny.
Like
more brown.
No, just like physics of light. If you combine all the lights, you get white. You know, like. That's just physics.
I could go into a whole Power Rangers parade, the biggest film back in the day, but no.
I mean,
perhaps it's best we show the trailer.
Yeah, that's
just seen what the new Power Rangers television shows look like. The new shows of Power Rangers.
New shows?
Yeah, it's still going. it's all these offshoots. Like I left off at like Dino Force or something. I was like, yeah, this is bullshit, and I never watched it again. But
it's like
my
Tommy was back in it as well. No, that was Dino
he was
Thunder.
back in it.
Sorry.
No, he was back in it. Tommy was back in it for like a few of them. And
Yeah,
then
that was Dino Thunder, but he was another Ranger in it. He got to be a Ranger again.
yeah, but like the new Power Rangers shows are actually pretty good. I'll say it. Like they are actually pretty solid. They got some good action. They've got like some good characters in it. You feel better because there's no gay bashing behind the scenes for the Blue Ranger, so that's nice.
Or yeah, although one of the new Ranger shows was at Wild Force, I think one of them was done for murdering someone with a katana.
Yes, he was. Which
So he's not going to any conventions for a while.
no, he killed him with a katana, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. So I suppose he was kind of keeping true to form.
At least.
And meanwhile, the White Power Ranger has got a new thing happening called Legend of the White Dragon, and as I just found out, he's a very happy carrier of guns. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah. You go to America and just everyone's got guns. It's something you learn to live with and not be surprised by.
Guns, that's disgusting.
James, no!
No! James is there. Guns, that's disgusting.
Honestly, though, if you could buy something ridiculous, if you had the funds and you lived in a place that was like, fuck yeah, have all the guns you like, wouldn't you just kind of like, I think I want to try that gun out,
but
shoot some hay bales?
That's the thing, like, I can.
The Czech Republic?
Like, you can buy a lot of things.
Yeah, but you register your car.
Yeah, like you need to. I would need to get a license, and I'm planning to get a license for that. I mean, like I like to shoot the, like shotgun for with what it's called, the pigeons. Like when it's
clay pigeon shooting.
Yeah, clay pigeon. Yeah, that's fun. I like that. So I'm actually like I probably get a license. So I can have my own shotgun and shoot some.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Am I hurt? Am I being hurt in a minute?
Yes, but even though we don't want. No.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
But maybe we should show everyone what you've watched, just to get some context.
What we're like, I don't think go for something else. Go for something more interesting. We have only 34 minutes.
Oh, I could talk about what I've been doing then.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm playing the thing first, which is the opening.
Play the thing.
Enjoy.
Play the thing. Classic.
Let's show them who we are.
And goddamn, it's been good rewatching it, because I remembered it's on Disney Plus these days, since Disney bought out Fox and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been good just viewing it all again, including all the funny little bits where the voice of Peter Parker was once the Brady Bunch.
So get this,
And
though. I never noticed in the entire run of. I used to love that Spider-Man television show. I love the X-Men one. I love the Spider-Man one, right?
Mm.
I never noticed that in the entirety of the whole Spider-Man original cartoon series, the 90s cartoon series, that Spider-Man doesn't throw any punches or any kicks. In the entire series, he threw one punch. And the rest of it is just Spider-Man webbing people up. And it's because
Or
there
how
was
about-
some weird thing about it was some move by the network to show that they were against violence. So they replaced all the police and bad guys' guns with like laser guns. That just when people got hit, they went, "Ow!" And Spider-Man didn't engage in any fights. They had the Punisher in the show, and the Punisher just kind of fired happy explosives around the bad guys and just acted like he was going to be a tough bad guy.
Even though he was using things with lethal force. And then, of course, there was Mobius, the living vampire, who drained plasma and it was suckers on his fucking hand. Not like through the teeth like most vampires.
Well, Morbius does have suckers on his hand.
I know, that's what I'm saying. More vampire bats don't. And he got his DNA from a vampire bat.
You remember Jared Leto's going to be in a Morbius movie? What's happening with that?
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
There's a trailer. There's a trailer. Do you want the trailer?
Yes, throw up the trailer. I want to see what this thing is.
I mean, is it a new trailer? Or the
About
old one?
2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
I think it was released.
So sorry,
So
I
hold on.
unplugged my mouse. So sorry. Okay, it'll be back.
I'm just trying to find it right now. Or
But like
perhaps
now, okay. Before you will play it, I'm like I remember this show. I watched it as a kid and liked it, but I don't think that I managed to catch that many episodes. So like I never got that much into it. What was surprising to me in this like opening scene, how many of these villains I recognized, and they weren't shy with the villains. They actually like utilized most of them, it seems.
Yeah.
Apart from, I think, Sandman.
No, they got Sandman in there.
No, I don't think Sandman was ever in there.
Okay,
No, I don't remember
let's
Sandman in that
try.
animated series.
Let's
He was in
definitely in it.
90s.
No, he was in Spectacular Spider-Man, but he wasn't in Spider-Man 1990s. There was Hydra Man that kind of made up for it. Really, I'm not kidding.
Hydra Man, yeah.
Sandman.
Yeah, but they didn't have. Sandman was never in the 1990 series. He really wasn't.
Did Sandman
know I'm
not
right, because
appear
I'm
on the Spider-Man?
obsessive.
Okay, there's a even article. Did Sandman not appear on the Spider-Man cartoon because of his hero turn? So apparently there's an article if he of writing about reasons why he didn't appear there. So I would guess that he didn't appear there.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, like so.
He was there. He was never in it. Although I will say a special shout out to the Spectacular Spider-Man series, which was actually pretty damn good.
It was spectacular.
It was very spectacular. But it's more the fact you even had Tombstone in there, and Tombstone seemed more like a Kingpin character before, and there was no Kingpin, and you actually had Gwen Stacy in it.
And this one was with the spider body when he was like there was this part when he transformed in the spider, right?
Into the man spider, yeah, that
was
happened in
really
the series,
weird.
which was I remember being horrified by it as a kid.
Yeah,
But when you look back at now, it was actually a fantastic sort of. The whole of season 2 is basically just him trying to deal with the fact that okay, I'm starting to mutate. Hence, the X-Men appeared, which was freaking amazing when they did with the same voice actors from the show.
I'm trying
including
to.
weird fun fact involving the person that played Jubilee in X-Men was also the same person that voiced Claire Redfield in Resident Evil 2, the original.
Oh.
I have stupid voice actor knowledge, and I freaking hate it.
Do you though? Do you really hate it, or do you secretly?
No, not really. But do you guys want to see the Morbius trailer?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see what's up with this guy.
Michael, I've known you since you were a child. You're a gift. You always have. If there's an answer to your disease, you'll find it. I should have died years ago.
I was still here if not to fix this. But I have a rare blood disease, and I'm running out of time. This could be my last chance.
You're up to something. What is it?
It's not exactly legal.
I don't want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
At what cost? Michael, what's happening?
I went from dying to feeling more alive than ever. Increased strength and speed. The ability to use echolocation. And an overpowering urge to consume blood. How far are we allowed to go to fix something that's broken? Until the remedy is worse than the disease.
Michael Morbius. Got tired of doing the whole good guy thing. What's up, Doc?
Okay.
He plays an intelligent and creative guy who becomes a blood-sucking predator. How is Jared Leto's sex cult?
Yeah. But what I'm intrigued at is that you've got Michael Caine in the end, and you feel like, is he being who he was in Homecoming?
Yeah.
Since his states, it's
He
brought
must
by the
be.
studio Homecoming, but this is Sony doing it. This is not MCU.
But that's the.
But it's.
But why would he be there after the title drop? Like, there's no other reason to put him there. Like at this point.
There is a reason. They're rebooting Michael Keaton's Batman.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense completely with the Marvel.
There's already
DC.
talk of him. There's already talk of him being in a Flash movie anyway. Again,
But in my, like, I just have to say, like, my biggest problem with that is always like, if I ever need blood to have some kind of like for some kind of ritual or something, you know, I won't be cutting myself this way. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you cut like on something that you use to touch stuff? Like, you know, like, why don't you cut like here or something? You know, like somewhere where it's like won't be painful. Like, no, like if it needs to be, if it needs to be like that, like again, like I wouldn't cut here because again I use that to touch stuff, and also it has like the most like concentration of like nerve receptors. Like, why would you cut somewhere where you have the like the highest concentration of nerve receptors? Like, cut somewhere where it like won't hurt that much. Like, are people stupid or what?
I know.
That's
But it's more the fact I'm intrigued because this is part of Sony's things, which means technically this should be part of the whole thing with Venom, which I really didn't hate the Venom movie, and I know there's lots of people that do. I totally get that.
Like, for me, it's more like it was like not schizophrenic. It's like it didn't have I don't know. It was missing something. It wasn't bad. It was like it was okay. It was like when I watched it, I wasn't disappointed like extremely. It just like was missing something a bit.
What, the Venom movie?
Yeah.
Or
I'm not sure
it
what.
was missing Spider. I feel it was missing. I think it's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
you do
okay.
need Spider-Man because the whole thing of Eddie Brock is actually an interesting tale, not just for the Spider-Man stuff, but everything he's faced in the past especially because at that point of getting the Venom symbiote in the comics, he actually had cancer. He was about to die. He was even thinking about killing himself, but he wanted, Spider-Man to die. And then in comes the symbiote, the answer to all of his problems. And then eventually made him want to eat human brains until he discovered chocolate. It was very weird in comics.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, but what do you think about this movie?
I'm not the biggest fan of Jared Leto, to be honest. The only time I ever liked him was like Dallas Buyers Club, and he was good in it. He was fantastic in it.
Is it the sex cult thing, James? Are you being judgmental to his kink of owning an entire Ireland where he gets his fans? He takes advantage of his fans to pay him money to hang out with him, and then he has sex with them if they're good and pay him a lot of money.
I need to have that.
That doesn't help. That doesn't help. But it's like
I need to get that.
Especially hearing what his antics were like for like Suicide Squad and shit like that.
Yeah.
And the fact how impetuous he.
Yeah, it is kind of like difficult if you know something about some actors to kind of like separate the art from the person.
Admittedly, but it's more the fact that I'm not really getting the Morbius vibe from him, but then because I've not read the comics of Morbius, the only thing I have is from the animated series, where you see the animated series, he goes to New York to study because he's originally from a village that's suffering a blood disease and he wants to help them, but wants to win this competition so that he can get the funds in order to help make stuff. And then he tests this blood that Peter Parker had, his own blood that mutated him into the Spider-Man. Played with it, vampire going it. Oh no, a vampire bit him. Now he's become a very weird version of a vampire that's not like the traditional ones, but yet later on he's able to tap into that mysticism. So it's like, there was a lot of confusion over the animated series. If you analyze it to hell, it will fuck you up. That's why you don't analyze. Look at the pretty action and the colors. You're fine.
But what they should keep is the plasma.
Yeah.
It's all about plasma.
See, the only time he ever mentions the word blood in the animated series is when he's talking about the vampire bats, when he's talking to Felicia Hardy, his lass at the time, who...
Plasma.
Of which I have to say, Jennifer Hill, awesome job as always. I must feed on plasma. But, however, now it's like so.
It doesn't have the ring to it, the plasma.
No. So what are we thinking now next, my friends? Since we have about 19 minutes left.
Doom.
I did like so. Doom Eternal's got its first big DLC pack going to be dropping.
Doom.
Play that shit.
We have been allies for some time now. I knew who you were the moment you set foot in our world. Your gifts are owed to us now.
The Slayer has arrived. Please proceed with control, but assertive aggression.
We work to resurrect the only ones who can save this world. Serve the gods. Yet again.
Okay, that looks fucking beastly. Fuck.
Metal as fuck. I would love if the whole Doom franchise just turned out to be part of the Cthulhu mythos, and like the whole answer to like, how can man possibly stand against the cosmic horror and infinite emptiness? And just like Doom guy, just be like, let me just get my chainsaw already.
Like I mean,
that's the thing.
Repenter.
I'm sorry. Repenter. Which that was just from like a short story or comic book.
Yeah, there was a comic book. It was just.
Wasn't there a whole thing discussed like when the initial Doom is out? There's what was it John Cormack, who's the guy that programmed the thing, and he's one of the better programmers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got the other guy who was writing up this whole entire Doom mythos that no one ever really got to see or read till like many years later.
Yeah.
Like which I'd still like to read, but it's the idea you've got the difference. I was always more intrigued hearing about how John Cormack was. He wasn't one of the ones quoted as saying he thinks stories are stupid for games. Basically, it's all about the gameplay. Gamers don't care about stories, and it's part of me's like he's not wrong, but he's also
nah.
Like well, in games, you can have both. You can have both. That's the thing.
Well, especially think of when Doom 2016 came out. It was the fact that there was story, but Doomslayer didn't give a fuck. He's like, I'm about to drop some shit, and you, nope, gunning.
Yeah, there is,
and I love that. I fucking love that.
There was actually like, if you think about it, there was actually a lot of lore. Just like spoken to you, but then it was like that's the thing. Like it never it actually interrupted the gameplay. Now I'm thinking about like sometimes like talking with the Hayden, with Hayden. Yeah, there was this part when you had to like talk with Hayden, and it took some time. But otherwise, like there was like a lot of lore dropped when you were second time in hell. I would say like you were second time in hell. There was like a lot of.
When it's basically doing the thing of the Doomslayer.
Yeah, that was the whole thing was, of course, presented in the. So that
you can hardly understand me, but I'm dropping some bullshit.
The whole mythos of Doom doesn't really matter. Like he's Doom guy, he's fighting hell. You don't need anymore, and it's like he is what he needs to be. He is Doom guy. He is the doom of hell and the doom of all existence.
Although I do love that there's a lot of theories that he's the original Doom guy that got trapped in hell for over 1,000 years, and now he's just been brought to this other different dimension of Earth.
Actually,
to sort of the shit.
It was confirmed that it's actually that way. He is the original Doom guy.
But then, what about the dudes from Doom 3? Are they?
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, basically, they answered to all the questions yes. Like, even like there are actually some mods, like they are like not official mods with lore, and basically they said yeah, they are all canon. It's like in a way of like whatever.
It's canon that Doom Guy is a descendant of B.J. Blazkowicz from Wolfenstein. He's his great grandson or something.
Also, I think that
means that Doom takes place in a universe where Hitler won.
Also, I think that he is like father of Commander Keen. I'm not really
because it's
like something like that.
Some obscure video game reference, yeah.
That feels like a John Romero thing, definitely there.
The Keen.
Because that's the thing, they were all part of some other company before, and then they went off to basically become id Software, I think, and they were borrowing the company of computers that actually make this shit.
No.
And Commander Keen was basically well received, but all I can say is, God damn, Doom's awesome. Although I have Doom Eternal, I still have to play it, and I feel bad I'm not getting into it yet. Oh, it's very cheap on bait. If you go to, if anyone's in the UK, possibly Europe, if I look on base.com, base.com, Doom Eternal, you can probably get here for PC, but you're probably PS4, and apparently you've gone up in price again. God damn you!
Yeah,
Damn it, base! I got it from base, but it was like I got it like from base 23 quid. Now it's gone back up to 45 quid. God damn it.
Yeah, I bought Eternal for like 15 on Steam.
Because Steam's good.
Yeah. So I actually haven't played it yet. Not yet. And of course I have the Doom Eternal Special Edition with the helmet. Doom Slayer helmet.
It is on Simply Games for 20 quid though.
Doom Eternal is on sale on PSN right now. Millerman.
And apparently 20 quid at Cuddy's and at Game.
Yeah. My name is Duke Nukem.
That's weird.
I am the Marine. Call me.
But also means you could probably order them from PC Cars to get delivered to your door, Roddy, if you wanted to. Except you're having, you have money things, right? Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any money.
Yeah.
Fine, you get a Christmas present. You think I'm kidding?
Thank you, Dad.
And the Christmas present will be $1. So you can put it into your saving account.
It's not worth having a savings account anymore. But, however,
okay.
So who's next in putting in something?
Yeah, who? Like, we should probably just choose the most exciting things that we have there. And I think that you said, like, you need to finish God of War before you can play the next one. So I think we know.
Well, the next one isn't out yet. It's not even really got anything about it yet.
Just a teaser trailer and speaking.
Yeah. Like, that reminded me, it was a Harry Partridge video about... Like, you don't get excited, it's just old guy doing a voiceover. And about Skyrim.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Harry Potter. Happy Harry. I love that dude.
Yeah.
So fucking...
Yeah, just like put the trailer there, the teaser trailer.
He's making a comeback recently. He's got a series he's trying to do called Digby Dogtooth or something. Monster Hunter.
I'll need to have a look for that.
Guys! Pay attention to this. It's important.
The time draws near.
We're all still even alive then.
Well, that was exciting.
Remember how the mind said Remember when the mind said 2012 would be the end of days?
Yeah.
Maybe they got the back numbers mixed up around.
Something.
It's Ragnarok is coming indeed.
Oh, that's the problem. Mine's never said that. Oh.
I know.
Yeah.
Bad jokes. At the same time, I loved the new God of War, even though it is confusing why they called it God of War, which I'm never too sure when games do that. I mean, it's the same with Doom 2016. It was like, it's so confusing having the name because then you have to put the year next to it to avoid confusion. Same as Sonic the Hedgehog with 2006, which was an awful game. And...
Well, they do that.
You said that.
I mean, you still...
Because it's true.
It's the same problem, but
how can you...
let's face it, we've already mentioned it. We've already mentioned it with the Legacy of Kain. You know, like the naming conventions of some games are just weird. It's like even with the GTA, you know, like the typical progression of the games, right? GTA London, GTA 2, GTA 3, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas, GTA 4, GTA 5.
And don't forget City Stories, Chinatown Wars.
Yeah, of course.
That's a fair game.
Yeah, but then there was like DLCs.
Convention of Japanese games, the things that are like RE semicolon X2 colon.
Like honestly, I
know what you mean.
like honestly, there's a like the end card has a Final Fantasy here, Final Fantasy 16, and honestly, I have no idea on what number Final Fantasy is. Like, because it feels like, to me, it feels like they are going back sometimes in the numbers and they are skipping some numbers. I'm not saying that it's just how it is that way, but it feels like it. Like, I have no idea, like, if there's, like, new Final Fantasy, if it's going to be, like, increment of the... or if they are, like, returning to, like... I have no idea how it works.
Well, it kind of be simple, like, each Final Fantasy is its own thing, unless it specifies otherwise. Like, there was Final Fantasy X Part 2, where it was continuing in that game universe.
Yeah.
Same with Final Fantasy IV, the After Years, which was 3DS, well, no, DS, actually. And then...
That's another thing,
Realm
like...
Reborn Final Fantasy 14, which that was a weird one, because they rebooted an MMO. They actually destroyed it and then remade it.
Exactly, so that's what I'm saying, like, the gaming convention, like, naming conventions in games are weird, that's what I'm saying.
So it's 16.
It's just... It's not out yet.
Like, calling the game the same name is the smallest thing about it. Like, honestly.
Admittedly, I know. I mean,
it's even like, for me,
it's a small niggle. It's a niggle. That's all it is.
Honestly, like, for example, Deus Ex. You know, like, we also all know how it goes. That's Deus Ex, Invisible War, then Deus Ex,
Human Revolution.
Yeah, but that's the problem. I'm not like
Mankind Divided.
Yeah, Mankind Divided. I'm really not sure if it's the Human Revolution or Mankind Divided or other way. You know, I'm just like not sure. Like, I know now I remember it. Like, for 10 minutes I will remember it, but then I'll forget again.
I think I remember the order only because I thought of, I remember the story. Human Revolution was the first of this prequel thing because it was the start of a whole big fight. Mankind Divided was basically the after effect of this big event that's happened, and everyone's
so there's a revolution and then there's a division between people. Well, that's weird. We have it the other way around, right? There's a division and no.
I know,
and the revolution is coming.
2077.
I mean, yeah, that's a different thing altogether, though.
Yeah. That's stupid.
But apparently, let's see. We have 5 minutes. What you got to put on mine?
I was actually for the God of War, and I was disappointed by that. Even though the Harry Potter.
It's all it is it's all it was is a teaser, because it was around
but like
stuff. We gotta put something in that people will actually look forward to.
I mean, even the Skyrim teaser that was just voiceover was still more exciting than this.
Admittedly, especially when all I hear is, "Oh, Teal'c, you're still doing shit."
Yeah, that's awesome. That's good.
Which Christopher Judge is badass.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
I am the only one with the beard enough to do that.
Beard. Yeah. Okay, so what else?
Because I think we can only do one more at this rate.
Yeah. So
we need to pick a good one.
Choose something.
There was something else. No, wait. You know what? I'm putting on this.
Click.
Teaser for something I'm looking forward to.
Interesting.
You were right to fear the world. It has gone mad. The gutters brim with poets, and decency lies burning in the street. But this is not a time for heroes. Look instead to those battered souls who have known fear and failure in ample portion, but rise again to reclaim a glimmer of hope from the spreading stain of the darkest dungeon.
Oh.
Oh,
so you
we're
want
still kind
more
of sticking
interest?
to a mythos horror kind of theme. Like that's where I remember Darkest Dungeon. That game's more hard than anything else, so.
Oh god, it is fucking hard. But I love it for the style of it. But you do have to have a lot of patience because it is effectively a tactical RPG, and you've really got to. Fucking hell.
It's like the it has interesting mechanics in the psychology of it and the trauma. Like it's like that's actually the reason why I've never played it, because I'm like stressed just thinking about it. You know, like just like
you do get there. You do get there. You're just like, oh fuck, and like you have to manage your character's psychological states as well as your own.
Which basically takes a lot from basically the Call of Cthulhu board games, actually, weirdly enough, in terms of that.
Yeah.
So that's it kept thinking back about what other Lovecraft type games were there in our last session, and then today came up this teaser and the fact there's a live there, and I was like, okay. And I think there's another Kickstarter possibly for things. I'm not sure, but at the same time, I'm down for this, and
let's see.
It's gonna be 2021 is gonna be a fun year, I think, personally, for a lot of games. Even though this year's already fun enough with next month happening.
Yeah, I mean, like this year is great just by its own, on its own. I think there's nothing better than this year.
It's been interesting in terms of just a lot of swan songs for the consoles for this year.
Okay, no Kickstarter. No Kickstarter for Darkest Dungeon.
Must have been for the original one then.
Yeah, it was like that was 2018. Yes, there was a Kickstarter for it.
All I know is that it's something to look forward to, and we have a lot more videos that we can save for next time. Although I'm sure we showed the Deathloop thing last time, 2 or 3 sessions ago.
I have no idea.
Yeah. I think this is the gameplay one that's been revealed, so that'll be fun.
We might have.
I thought that was the one I showed, or maybe not. Well, but it's something to look forward to next time.
Well, maybe I should finally play the Doom Eternal, because I have it. I have it installed on my computer and I haven't played it yet, and I know that I will be amazing in the game, unlike other people.
Will you play it on
no, like I've seen few streamers and I was just annoyed by them like not moving enough. Like how, like playing it in a too passive way, and like them keep dying and like, you have to move, it's fucking Doom. I was like, so that was annoying to me. So I was like thinking, I should probably play it myself. Yeah.
But otherwise, we shall Mortal Shell on the PS4 at some point, and then we'll try and stream it. Who knows if there's any funny bits? Maybe we'll try and do an edit and show it on the stream.
Yep. You can actually just tell me. I will send you all the things that you need to stream, like for that.
Because I'll be doing it straight from the PS4 using that kind of service, which means it won't be the best, but it'll do for the purpose.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for sharing all these interesting thoughts and about things from your life. And I thank you also thanks to our viewers that were here with us in the chat, liking us, loving us. Well, thank you and see you next time, I guess. Bye.
Kisses.